hat in the ring. You've had storms coming. You've had wind going from left to right, right to left, in and out, up and down. What is going to happen in the second half with this weather?
Thanks, Sandy. Well, I did check with Stephen King behind that RJ Hickey stand. That's where the weather's coming from. Looking very dark, so the Doggies can't afford Geelong to kick too many goals. Rain is on the way, boys.
You're unbelievable, Oz. Let's go to the second half, and it's Liberatore's hand pass. It was meant for Brown. Just a fraction off target. Chapman, Hocking and co with Liberatore. Look at them. A couple of junkyard dogs at the bottom.
Just watching here, Jared, looks like Luke Penny starting on Ben Graham.
Yes.
Crofty had that job now on Mitchell White, and Craig Ellis picking up Clint Bizzle.
Still virtually in the middle.
Rowan Smith stays on the half-back as Buddha flips it out from underneath.
Did very well up towards Riccardi. Murphy is there also. Murphy gives it away towards Milburn. He looks up towards White. Croft is an effective spoiler. Poking down on centre wing. First goal, gee, it's going to be important. West to Croft. He's in trouble, but he gets his kick. That was just pure strength that got him out of that little exchange. Clark gives it off to Murphy. They're mucking around with it. Clark will have to go again. He does. Riccardi will want his left foot.
Got the numbers.
Tried to get it off towards
Well
Clark.
done,
Nearly gone.
Gone. Another cry of ball. It spills free to McGrath. Riccardi will get onto his left foot finally, and he does, up towards the half-forward line. No mark is taken. Penny does well as he gives it off to Curley.
Chris Grant is playing across that half-back line, Sandals.
Thank you, G. Back towards centre wing, and Harrison takes the mark.
Yeah, probably not a bad call, Jared, to have Chris back there, but I tell you what, kicking long to that centre-forward line, it's all Geelong at the moment, so they're going to have to drop someone in there.
West to half forward has to be accurate, and he has, and little Lindsay Gilbey takes the mark.
I reckon they'll just try and just chip the ball up, play the running game, get it all going their way. It may take some time, particularly when they flood back. They've got to be so accurate with these short kicks.
Rowan Smith.
But then it opens up.
And here goes West.
Gone.
He's from 50. He's caught by Murphy. Wonderful tackle.
Unlike
now
Scott
it's
West.
Milburn, who comes away for the Cats. Kick short. Finds Ling.
Geez, it was an incredible error, that one from Scotty West, Doug.
We don't see him do it, Jared. I mean, it's very unusual. A bloke so highly skilled and has great vision.
Milburn. Strong mark by Penny in front of Graham.
Well, he was in the lane there, Sandy. He just came to the front, and he really has improved dramatically in the last 12 matches, Doug, this season. He really has started to look like a senior player.
Nathan Brown. Gee, he had a very good first half. 12 kicks, 3 hand passes and 5 marks for Brown. Murphy has picked up plenty of possessions as well. 7 and 11. This was the kick of Harrison down towards Johnson, taken to the line by Riccardi.
I think, Jared, with Luke Penny, I think a lot of early in his time with the Western Bulldogs, they played him up in the forward line and tried him a full forward and centre forward. He's really worked his way well in the back line. There we are, the Geelong bench. Houlihan, Spriggs, Kent Kingsley and David mentioned his 150th game.
And Hawk, just the weather update, it's getting darker and darker by the minute, so I'd almost put 100% on it. It's going to rain.
Murphy. Well, no one at home. Smith couldn't take the mark. Drew it in.
He's gone. He's dragged it in.
Holding the ball.
Gee, he's lucky to get away with that. They're not out of it. Yo Croft, he's also claimed. Geelong coming out with the desperation they showed in the first quarter. Smith gets another chance, but he puts it straight down the throat of McGrath. McGrath has White breaking between centre and half forward. He's got Ling over the top. That's where he was wanted to try and get to, but Gilbey intercepts. He does well. Lindsay Gilbey has got to
no
get
one to
over
kick it to.
Riccardi.
That is a smart kick, Sandy.
Clever kick, because he could see Riccardi was down there. He could see Chapman was down there. So he said, I'll just angle this off to the boundary line. And he did it well. He disguised it well.
And Sandy, that's not the first smart thing I've seen from young Gilbey today. I've been really impressed by his clean hands. He's just terrific.
We have a look down in the Western Bulldogs back half. They've got about 3 extra players, so they really are just trying to defend this situation, thinking that they can completely outscore the Cats in the last quarter.
Murphy's away.
They are far.
Well, you're the real estate king. Murphy to half forward. Penny again. He does well. Gives it off to Smith. Another one away towards Grant, and the Dogs defend grimly. Intercepted by Grant.
This will hurt.
Plays on. This could really put some pain into the Dogs. It starts left and it stays left. One behind.
Well, Jared, you called it right about the loose players back, but they've got 2 quality players loose, Western Bulldogs. I think it's Grant and Rowan Smith maybe the 2 loose players in there. That's the one Ben Graham, he probably did the right thing by playing on.
Had to.
Had to play on, yeah. Just got to kick those goals, but.
Geez, they got that many players out in the ground. Sandy's only 2 on the bench.
Smith. Next should be wanting a count. An optimistic appeal by Buddha and the boys. To no avail.
There we are. We see Justin Murphy with Scotty West had a great second quarter. Kilpatrick and Nathan Brown was outstanding. Gary Hocking and Tony Liberatore.
Blood rule.
Libers off, blood rule.
The other end of the ground, they've got young Murphy with Kingsley Hunter, who they're going to rely on. I think it's Paul Hudson down there. It's getting very gloomy. We're expecting floods here, according to Aussie, shortly.
She's got dark, Jared, but hasn't it?
He's got you convinced.
Trust me, boys, it's coming.
Contessa is on. And play continues. Let's see what happens. Murphy running, couldn't get a clean work at it. Picked up by Curley. Goes back towards centre wing. McGrath got edged out by Robbins. Harley is there with him. Harley and Robbins. Harley did well.
Oh, good play.
He's on the all fours, but he gets it out once again. That was excellent work. Now a chance for the Cats to set something up. The kick is wide to accommodate Chapman. Clark is there as well and will probably beat him to it. He does. He gives it off to Murphy. Ling's screaming for it in the centre. He goes laterally. He said to Tom Harley, for heaven's sake, man, wake up. I'm going to kick it back to you. And he does. Johnson is shepherded out of it. Harley goes wide. That could bring rain, the kick at that size. He finds Milburn. Milburn goes inboard to Ling and Hocking. A little untidy, but Buddha makes it look better.
Got a press.
Another long
push
hand pass comes towards McGrath. The veteran defender could kick an inspiring goal, but he doesn't.
Now, Rowan Smith was waiting back there. He had to go out to the contest. There's no point giving blokes free pot shots at goal. They're not going to kick it 20 metres to you. If you're the loose man, you are the last one in line, you've just got to go out and make a contest. And whilst everybody's sitting back, Doug, and it's worked quite well, they've wasted probably 10 minutes of this quarter without the Cats kicking a score. They're going to have to kick some themselves. They'll penetrate shortly.
Ling attack towards Bizzio. Up approximately 4 minutes too early.
I mean, what if he takes the mark?
Well, he didn't touch it, Jared,
probably,
did he?
He'd be up with Chris Tarrant at the mark of the year.
Well, the ball's missed him by 6 inches or 12 centimetres or thereabouts. It's been a day of
measurements.
Thank you.
Or anything but centimetre perfect, one could possibly suggest. Here's Harrison.
And hello to Dennis Cometti.
In the back pocket to Penny. First one way, then the other. Around Bisley goes and he wobbles it towards Croft. He's going to need help as he's buffeted to the ground. Spills towards Ellis from a standing start, pumping it towards Johnson and Riccardi. The latter heads to the boundary line.
And this is a tactic, it appears, Doug. Get the ball, the one-out contest between Johnson and Riccardi, and let's back Johnson in to get the ball transferred into the 3 players that are sitting in the goal square.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Jared, at this stage. Looks like Tony Liberatore is ready to come on the ground here. We see Cameron Mooney did a pretty good job on Darcy early in the game, but Darcy has fought back. That's a free kick to Darcy, I thought.
Well, he did appear to be edged out. Contessa leads in the race, slamming it down towards McGrath. Eagleton pops it out the back door to Brown. He looked for the free kick, didn't come his way. Still inside 50 for the Dogs. And there will be a bounce. No addition to the score. 10-4 plays 7-3. Just 2 behinds in this quarter. They've gone to Geelong.
Good work by Contessa there. The one thing they did so well against the Crows last week was kick the ball off the ground. It's been absent today, but we saw Contessa in a 50-50 go with a boot and did it well.
Riccardi takes it from Hocking off to Milburn. He runs through the middle. Milburn could have another bounce. He could just about contemplate going wide to Ling, and he does.
He'll kick this
Ling all the way. And hits it into the man on the mark. Well done by Lindsay Gilby. Thrown out the back door. Could be socked away by Smith. He holds it for a long time. Eventually gets it back to Gilby. Gilby gives it back to Grant. And Grant well steady. He could see Eagleton out the corner of his eye. And he spots him almost down on centre wing.
And again, Sandy, terrific work by young Gilby.
Yep.
He's got Murphy on the lead.
Contessa off.
Great lead and mark from Murphy. He ran 80 metres to present an option. Looks a good colt down there, Aussie.
Yeah, no doubt. He looks terrific, young Murphy. I've seen him a fair bit this year. He's a great young player.
I agree. He's just 19 years of age. But young man with a great future. Having given him that huge rap, he wobbles at the half forward with an ugly punt. Oh, look at Patrick wide, taken by Penny. Penny wants to give it to Brown. He should have, but he didn't. And he's going to bring rain. Strong mark taken by Graham.
Well, silly mistake there from Penny because Brown's the left footer. He had him there. It was
right on him.
Shot at goal.
Not to be as Corey Enright goes round the outer side. Kicks it wide and it'll be taken to the line, or will Murphy keep it in? He tries desperately to keep it in. Harrison gets a hurry kick back towards centre wing, and Robbins looks towards half forward. Can he draw the player or set something up for Scotty West? He goes long in towards the pocket. Johnson goes back. Sanderson is there at the back with Hudson. Together they see it over the line.
Darren Milburn's had a very good quarter so far here for the Cats. He's had 8 touches in this third quarter. It appears now he might be playing on the wing. And I wouldn't be surprised Luke Penny's come up onto a wing, but
yeah, it's going to be interesting to see just how effective some of these kicks are with, I mean, basically they're playing a game of rugby union or rugby league, and it's amazing how all sports, all the footy codes have got close to each other in recent years. There's a
Darcy,
great
snap.
For one behind. I mean, most of the players now are playing behind the footy, and there's very little one-on-one contest in the transition, which is effectively what rugby league and union have been for years, Sandy.
Sanderson to bring it back.
Being a great league man that you are.
10-4 plays, 7-4 to Scarlett. Tucked in the back pocket. Good crowd here at Shell Stadium. The rain has held off despite the predictions and promises of the great Richard Osborne. He kicks to the half-back line. And it clean bowls the lock. Mooney. Little toe poke. Gains probably 25 metres down towards Bizzle. Harrison works hard. Enright providing stiff opposition. The umpire will take charge on the outer wing here at Shell.
And Sandy, just sorry, Hawk, just at centre half forward for Geelong, Ben Graham limping quite heavily, so obviously there's a concern there. It looks like he's favouring his left knee.
And Aussie news in from Bell's Beach, a tidal wave is on the way.
Let's wax up those boards, Jared.
Hocking, Grant keeps it in play to West, gets his kick just in time. Scholl going to run into trouble. Bang! Loses the footy over the line. Well done by young Robbins.
And down to 10.5 minutes. So at this stage, the tactical move from Terry Wallace is paying off. But they've just got to go the whole distance now. And Bomber Thompson will know that a couple of goal lead at three-quarter time probably won't be enough.
From the throw in, it's Hocking ridden into the ground. Liberatore asks the question. The desperate dogs that they are.
Good tackle there.
It was a fantastic tackle, and I don't blame him for asking the question.
Sorry, boys, before I mentioned Milburn's had a great third quarter. He's been picked up by Todd Curley. Luke Penny certainly playing on Ben Graham.
And as Aussie has told us, Graham in a spot of bother. Murphy over the top to Clark, who can run it out of defence. He looks up towards Harley and Co at half forward. Bizzle was also there. Couldn't take charge, however. Ellis gives it away to Harrison. Harrison will go wide to the outer side. Curley didn't get a touch, and it's out of bounds on the full, and that says something about going laterally.
Bad blue there from Ben Harrison. If he had to come the other way, the dogs are running.
So Ling gives them another chance. Big pack of players in towards the half-forward line. Smith lost it. Croft through heavy traffic and with pure strength eventually gets it off to Eagleton. Eagleton runs it wide.
Oh, what a grab!
Brown almost pulled it in with the one hand. But he's one of the best players on the ground to date.
This was a brilliant piece of football magic, almost. Anyway, we're going to have a look at it. Have a look at that for a snaffle. Just slipped out the back.
Future Brownlow medalist, don't worry about that, Nathan Brown.
Mooney. Hocking through in trouble wrongly. Harrison's in trouble. He's just picked himself up and he's inquiring as to what oval he's at. Eagleton off to Scotty West. If it sits, he's in business. West is away. Decides to chip short. Back to West again. He kicks it off the ground. Maybe the door will open for Robert Murphy. He leaves it for Johnson. Johnson now is on 50.
In trouble.
Gives it to Smith. He's caught by Ling. Give me a Ling sometime, they say, and indeed he did. Clark tries to give it back once again. Johnson is there. It's not tidy, but it's desperate. Ling gives it off to Milburn. See there, the walking wounded as you look around the ground at the moment. And here's one of them in Graham.
First time the Dogs haven't got numbers back.
Kicked it straight to Chris Graham. Couldn't have picked him out any better. Grant gives it back to Croft.
And it's about this time, Doug, if you're kicking with the win and you aren't scoring goals, you start to feel a bit rattled.
Yeah, you're right, Jerry. You start to panic, and just watching Rowan Smith playing that loose man in the back line, there's no reason why when you're doing that you can't be a goal kicker.
Yep.
I mean, I've done it years ago, of course, but you can be that goal kicker as well.
Johnson has it on the other side of the ground. 64 plays 46.
Springs back on for the Cats boys and right off.
The Dogs hanging on by the
That's
skin
the
of their
panic you're
teeth.
talking about.
Liberatore decides to leave it for Robbins. Around the body he goes. Nathan Brown is at the back. Eagleton is there as well. Hudson too. And it's taken into the forward pocket for the Dogs.
You see Ben Harrison, boys, having a bit of a spell after the Gary Hocking very good hip and shoulder.
Geez, they had the numbers there, the Dogs. Just needed a little bit of composure, but they've still got a chance.
3 goals the difference. It's in the forward pocket for the Dogs, going into the breeze, taken away by Kilpatrick. Decide to pump it high and long. Smashed down in front, and waiting there is Riccardi. He goes on to the left foot and kicks it in towards the middle. All Dogs. Graham's up against 3 of them.
That's the panic, Sandy. They're not thinking the situation through. No point blasting away if the ball just comes straight back at you.
West.
This is suiting them. Slow it down.
Yep.
Time clock running. Now 7 minutes and 35 seconds. As long as they don't make a fundamental skill error and allow an interception, they should be able to now work it back into their forward line.
You just reckon, Jared, maybe in this last quarter, Geelong may do the same. If Ben Graham and maybe Peter Riccardi, you've got a Chris Grant and Rowan Smith, do the same thing.
Yep. It's a fascinating prospect to see how this game is going to unfold. Riccardi gives it off to Mooney, who's got Ling. He's winning plenty of the footy. Cameron Ling just goes over the centre.
Goal scored. 1 out in the goal.
He's going to chip over the top to Clark. He's gone. He needs a kind bounce. Gets around Grant, pokes it in towards the pocket, and smashed to the boundary line by Croft.
And a big quarter as Croft.
Hits it in. He has. He's done very well. Gives it off to Grant. Look out, Libber. Just gets his kick in time. Those little legs pumping.
He heard you, Sandy.
And he gets it to centre wing before forcing a throw.
And he's been a ripper, Libber, over the time.
Yeah.
He's terrific.
There's Robbins, who's had 12 possessions.
And Sandy, for all the hard work the Bulldogs have done, they still can't afford the Cats to kick the next goal, because if they kick the next goal, the Cats, it's a 4-goal lead. If the Bulldogs can kick it, it's a 2-goal lead, and it's a huge difference coming into this last quarter.
Yep.
Well, a goal in this situation is like 5, isn't it? Darcy kicks towards half forward. The mark should have been taken. It was dropped on that occasion by Hunter. He may pay a heavy price for this because Spriggs has got it in the middle of the ground. He looks to half forward, but again kicks blindly up to half forward, and Smith will take the free kick.
Just got to get himself a bit better balanced on those marks. Rowan Smith, there's a couple that he almost dropped that one. I think he was lucky to be paid. Got to take that one extra step back to get yourself back balanced.
He gets caught under it a bit too many times.
Short to Johnson.
Blood reel, I think, Sandy, on maybe Rowan Smith.
And looks as though Kings is going to be coming on for the Cats too. Yeah. Chapman having a spell.
Yeah, Rowan Smith, Sandy, having that spell for the blood rule.
Okay.
And on come young Guido.
June Syracusa.
Yep.
Started the game on the ground, but has spent considerable time on the bench.
I reckon Geelong have just blasted the ball a bit too often, Sandy, into their forward line. Again, when you've got a situation like this, the opposition is dropping all the players back and you gain control in the middle, you might as well just hold on to it and reset the machine, get some players into the forward line, so you're going to have a contest.
Well, that machine wasn't set too well. Murphy has intercepted.
A bit of a clip then, didn't he, after he'd taken that mark?
Yep. Nice clip. Poor kick. It had to find the target. Not much in that one.
Nah, not a lot. Don't be surprised Brown may be that loose man now with Rowan Smith off the ground.
Murphy from centre wing. Again, Grant stops the attack. 5.5 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Yeah, that's just not thinking the situation through. They've just got to. There's so many players back there. The Bulldogs must have some loose men around the ground, and Geelong should be able to find a target.
I think the word you said, Jared, before, you panic a bit, and you're dead right. In the situation, look at the clock, 20-minute mark, we haven't kicked a goal yet. You're just starting to panic a bit. 5 minutes to go this quarter.
Eagleton. Curly wide, Gian Siracusa short. Lindsay Gilby short also. Grant, Nathan Brown. Still no rain. It's held off after raining considerably for the last 3 days here. Spriggs is being paid the footy. He goes in towards Hocking in the middle.
This is the one.
Better use it now.
Again.
Smart play from Buddhas, just thinking it through. Found a loose
and he's
man.
found his man on the outer side. Maybe they can set something up here. Away goes Clark, set to put Geelong inside 50. Where's the monster man? He's not there because Chris Grant comes over the top and takes a timely mark. The Dogs are holding them out at the moment. Nathan Brown is absolutely everywhere, and he's got Lindsay Gilby on the half-back line. Finds him now. He gives it away to Scotty West, who goes to Eagleton in the centre.
Libber on the run.
And he goes wider towards Hudson. The Liberatore is there. He's got plenty of support. Maybe they can set something up. Curley goes long into half forward. Hudson over the top for one of the marks of the season.
Maybe they'll have to give away 2 cars, boys. That was almost as big as Chris Tarrant's. Terrific
what a
mark.
Sensational grab by Johnson. Here he is again. Shades of Chris Tarrant. Wonderful catch.
Pure mark, wasn't it? No hands assisting getting up. Just a big leap.
But the real bonus here would be if he could go back and kick the goal.
Goal far more important than the mark.
He's halfway there. Johnson from 46 metres goes for goal and kicks the goal. Second goal to Brad Johnson, and a huge goal in the context of this game. There's only one being scored in this quarter, and it's into the breeze.
It's a massive goal, no question about that. And not only that, Sandy, must be catching. It has given the Dogs some confidence. It's just slowly been on the rise, and the panic has set in, Doug, with the Geelong footballers. They need to get this ball out of the centre, run forward and get a goal. There's no doubt about the plough, Doug. He's
a smart operator, isn't he?
He comes up with some plans.
Yeah.
Hocking gives it away to Riccardi. There's some urgency now with just on 3 minutes left in the quarter. Clark's got to go. Tackle. Fantastic tackle. Spills free to Liberatore. Turns like the Queen Mary and spins towards Brown. Brown has got players rebounding from the half-back line. One of them is Grant. He goes wide towards Hudson. Maybe a little too wide. Scarlett steadies. Looks to half forward.
He's a turnover.
Here's the thrust that Bizzle wants. He's still a long way out. He's got a lead on from Mooney. Geelong's last goal coming at the 15.5-minute mark of the second quarter. So an opportunity now to break the drought for Cameron Mooney, back into the lineup this week.
Well, for all the good work that he's done this quarter, Chris Grant, that kick just had to hit the target, and the turnover is costly.
Mooney from 46 metres. It's high, but it is straight, and the Cats reply. Mooney gets his first.
Well, I think Richard Osborne mentioned there about the 25-minute mark of this quarter, the hard work the Dogs have done now. They had to score a goal, which Brad Johnson did, and you're dead right about the kick from Chris Grant. Just had to find its target here. Paul Hudson on his own. Missed the target. Great kick there from Clint Bizzle to set that one up. An equally good kick from here from Cameron Mooney, was on the 50-metre line and banged it straight through the middle.
Thompson would dearly love to know there's 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the quarter. Can they take advantage of it with another couple of goals? West shovels it out, but it's all blue and white. Murphy gets a hurry kick towards White, and he marks in front of Croft.
I reckon they need another goal, Geelong. Guido about to come on the ground.
White just popping it over the top to Ling. He can kick a long ball, this boy, but this is too far. He spotted someone on 50, and it's White again. So all of a sudden, Geelong have a chance to give themselves a little bit of breathing space.
It's a bit like the shot clock in Geelong. They've probably got one chance.
Have to make short. Croft stands his ground. And Clint Bizzle came charging at him, knocked the wind out of his sails, but the important thing is he's got the footy.
Hudson coming off for Guido, and I reckon Terry Wallace will be happy with this. He'd be just about happy to run the clock down now.
And here is Gian Siracusa charging towards it now. Murphy just beats him. He's a real athlete, this youngster. Chips towards centre wing, and the diving mark is good. It's taken by Kingsley Hunter. Hunter to right half forward, hugging the boundary line. Robbins marks just inside.
West is on.
He's got the call.
Oh,
he's got the call, and he's got the mark.
That's
Got to
courage,
be
isn't it?
50 metres, boys. Yeah, he's called it.
Oh,
50
this
metres.
is unbelievable. It's turned into a goal.
50.
Oh,
This is a big 50.
Well, Geelong could have had a shot at the other end, and all of a sudden it is going to cost them a goal with 54 seconds remaining on the clock, Sandy. Scott West will walk up and kick one from point-blank range.
To
Yeah,
make
look,
the margin 12 points with under a minute remaining.
Sandy, that's got to be 50. I mean, it was hit fairly high. It took an enormous amount of courage in the first place for Scotty West to keep his eye on the football. And no doubt that was 50 metres.
It wasn't
gonna be
just high, Hawk. It was late too. So look, the crowd don't like it, but look, there's no doubt that was 50 metres.
West for goal, and he kicks it. Scotty West gets his first goal of the day, his 9th for the season, and again the Dogs steady.
They've shaken off the lethargy, obviously, but now it's on the line. The season is on the line for the Cats. Here's the infringement. He's going at the man. It was basically a charge. 50 metres is completely appropriate there. No mind for the footy. There it is. He knocks him out. He would have been reported. Nathan Brown will have one more look at this, and this is clearly a 50-metre penalty. In fact, if the result had been a stretcher, he would have been reported.
No doubt about that, Jared. He's had a quiet day, Scotty West. 28 touches.
Yeah,
12 points the margin, and there's a free kick to Geelong. The ironical cheers go up. Hunter was away.
39 seconds. Must get a goal here, Geelong. Their season on the line.
Spriggs thinks about Scarlett, more than thinks. He goes for him. He's on centre wing, pops it over the top to McGrath. McGrath floating to half forward, and this time the mark is taken by Graham. And if anyone can kick it 50 metres from directly in front with the wind at his back, it is Graham.
He's been very accurate and in front of goal since he's been moved into that forward line.
Kick 2 for the day, 14 for the season.
And look at the shadows that the sun is producing on Ben Graham. We get a wider shot, which I'm sure we will. Obviously, they'll quickly disappear, Sandy, when the storm hits.
Graham from 60 metres. The siren has sounded.
Right bet.
What a goal right on the siren. The Cats gain a little bit of breathing space with a telling goal by big Ben Graham. He kicks his 3rd. He's got 1 in every quarter. The question is, can they hang on?
Well, there's no doubt about it. In the last 5 minutes of any quarter, anything can happen, Doug. 3 goals were scored in a time of about a minute and a half. As Terry Wallace knows, he'd be happy with this situation. Can the Dogs find enough engine to power home to a memorable victory here at Shell Stadium?
The assistant coaches at Geelong.
Ben Graham kicked a magnificent goal right on the siren for 3/4 time to give his side a big chance. But the key man in this quarter, Sandy, for mine, is Luke Darcy, who can get the ball out of the centre. He's got to be the man, lead from the front.
Well, he's up against Mooney. It's Brown who gets the first effective kick, but it goes straight to Clark, off to Murphy. It's the Cats going into the breeze. They lead by 3 goals. Spriggs gets a kind bounce on the outer side eventually. He's 60 metres out, straightens up now, goes inside 50. Hocking uses the body and recovers pretty quickly. Ellis is at the back, socket off the ground. Kilpatrick has just gone all the way. It's touched for one behind, but in a game like this, or is it no score? It's going to come back. It's going to come back. There will be no score. Ellis has the free kick. Right.
Good start by Geelong though, Sandy, getting it deep in. They're going to back themselves here. They've got no other choice.
Smith. Held up by Graham.
He's got the loose man too. This will work well for them. Smith will be able to use him as a decoy and burn him if he likes.
Geelong are playing no one loose here at the moment, so they're just going man to man at this stage.
Decides to go long. Heads to the outer side. Penny couldn't take it. McGrath just a high ball.
No, good decision from the umpire.
He come back.
He called priority, and then Tim McGrath got a little bit confused, and he was about to be tackled. So it was a smart decision to bring it back.
So it will come all the way back to centre wing to be taken by Clint Bizzle. Bizzle looks towards Graham again.
Kick.
Finds him 65 metres out. The Cats by 3 goals. Kingsley ignored. Graham, no doubt on that outer side, being urged by his fans to go long. He goes shorter to White. He's going to be kicking from just on 50.
Just reckon they get the first goal this quarter. It's going to make it awfully hard for the Doggies the way the second half's unfolded.
And you would also think it would sap a little of their confidence too. Now then playing catch-up football to the extent of 4 goals, and that's just to level it. White from 50 metres into the square. Big pack of players, huge pack of players, and there'll be a bounce. Well, he might at least let it go. Kingsley just trying to paddle it forward. Bizzle, a good tackle. Smith working hard. He's ripped to the ground and loses the footy. It's tough in there. Riccardi gets it out. Here's a snap. Right on the line, but he juggled it, so it's one behind. He touched it. The ball fell out, went over the line, and he grabbed it again. Could be a big point in the context of this game.
Just watching the Doggies in their forward line now. They're playing Brad Johnson as a lone forward at this stage. Picked up by Matthew Scarlett. Johnson at full forward in the goal square.
Can't find a loose man to get it going their way, though. The Bulldogs at the moment, this should be a pretty good start for Geelong.
Smith being forced to go straight down the middle then. Try to find his tall timber. Kilpatrick smothered. Liberatore. Kilpatrick again. Look at them. Like a couple of prize fighters.
Geez, there was an enormous space behind that pack. If Darcy had have just elected to knock it on, he had some loose men that could have certainly pushed it into their forward line.
Well, Darcy can go now because he got it not so subtle shove in the back. What's he got? Forward of the centre.
He's kicked it to
well,
a
he's kicked
two-on-one.
it to a 2-on-1 situation. Hudson was being held. Kilpatrick pulls it in, then got it out. Hudson again. Maybe a chance for the Cats to clear, and they will. Clark steadies it down as he takes it from Spriggs, who goes to Milburn. Milburn's on centre wing.
They've stopped their run at the moment, the Western Bulldogs, Doug.
They have no doubt about that, Jared, at the moment. Looks like Rowan Smith is that loose play in the back line for the Dogs. Shot and kick.
Finding Hahn. It wasn't what Buddha had in mind. Hahn,
So that
probably a similar thing. Just a brief moment of colour blindness on both sides. McGrath and Milburn. This time longer towards Graham. That's back. Graham will swing around now and bob it in long and high. Where are the high flyers? Waiting down was Clark, but it clean bowled him. Liberatore's got to go. Boy! And Spriggs, that was sensational. Graham, around he goes, bombing it high once again. Out of the sunshine, into the shadows. Ellis is waiting down. He's caught by Bizzle. A cry of ball. The fans can't believe it. And there'll be another bounce.
Well, he really was on the borderline of whether or not he had prior opportunity. But let's have a look at the courage of these two footballers. Spriggs came charging through, the little dynamo. And Liberty's dished plenty out in his time, but he also copped it, as you see there. And he's up again and even at him.
Shades of the Hume Highway during the week. God. But he bounced up and he's okay, and that's the main thing. As the Cats desperately try and get a score. West didn't get an effective kick. White Bizzle claimed, loses it. White again. It is desperate down there at the moment. Hocking almost throws it out. Hudson leaves it for Smith. He gives it to Liberatore. Libba finally finds a little piece of space, a little opening towards centre wing. He'll want the boundary line because McGrath is first to it, but he can't control it. The pressure was put on him from Trent Bartlett, and they find the line.
Doing a great job here, Geelong. They've really closed the game down. They've got the advantage. The Western Bulldogs have somehow got to open this match up, and Trent Bartlett is going to take the ruck.
Well, they've now got to score at least 4 goals just to catch them and take the lead, and that's without the Cats scoring anything more. Spriggs kick up towards half forward. Curley drops it. Another bats.
Just not getting much out of the midfield, Jared, at the moment. The Western Bulldogs just can't seem to break clear of there. They've got Grant down the forward line with Brad Johnson, but that midfield area, they need a lift from there.
The one-on-ones proved a very effective tactic at the moment. Just each battle, each contest has been a scrag and a drag, and they've closed it right up here, Geelong.
Kilpatrick.
Oh, that was dangerous.
Brown towards the middle of the ground. Hudson may get a chance here. Eagleton is running for him, but he's got a couple. Lindsay Gilby is there as well. He gives it to Eagleton. You're gone.
Well done.
Escape. Ronald Biggs is free.
Brilliant.
He gets towards goal and kicks a mighty goal. What a goal.
Skill errors, they kill you every time, and it was just that one little mistake from Glenn Kilpatrick, Doug, and the Dogs started running.
No doubt about that, Jared, and you mentioned that in that call. Hudson, the handball across there to Lindsay Gilby. I thought no. And Gilby, I thought once again no. But Nathan Eagleton, brilliant. Should have been tackled, but he broke clear. And that's his bread and butter stuff. He's kicked his second goal now, Nathan Eagleton, since starting on the bench. Great goal by Nathan Eagleton.
13 points the margin. It's the closest they've been since early in the first quarter. West dodging and dancing, but stolen by Ling. There's a lot of stealing going on at the moment. Kilpatrick to the half-forward line. Chopped off. Ellis studies the wing area. Pinpoints Robbins.
Had a good game, Craig Ellis. In form has been improving every week, Doug.
He certainly has, Jerry.
Goal! Crunch! And he recovers.
Well, he wasn't actually impeded. The tackle didn't quite hold him up.
It looked fantastic. That's young Robert Murphy from Warwick copying the rounds in the kitchen from this Geelong crowd.
In the end, he just didn't quite grab him, but it was a line ball situation, Doug.
Yeah, irrespective of whether it was a free kick or not, I think young Murphy, even though he's been terrific, he'll learn very quickly. You don't play on when you don't know what's around you.
Yeah, the Cats fans may set up a roadblock to deal with that umpire on the way home.
That's what it's all about. Chris Grant firing orders and instructions, contesting the ruck with Harley. West waits down and pumps it high. They're inside 50 again. They need a mark. Gilby's got to get onto Scholl here. He's got him. Scarlett now's got to get away from Johnson. If Scarlett gets a kind bounce, he'll be clear. He is, and he's away from the half-back line, back towards centre wing. Pressure now on the Dogs. Murphy again with Ling. Shepherding by Robbins. The Dogs can set something up here. Gee, Eagleton's alone in the middle and he didn't spot him. Liberatore, Eagleton. Liberatore now gives it back. Smith trying to bend it back to the half-forward line. Kicked blindly straight down the throat of the veteran McGrath.
And whilst the midfield of the Geelong didn't get the ball back, their pressure did. Rowan Smith having to kick blind.
Brown's going to get a free kick. Perhaps a little lucky. He's got loose players everywhere on the half-forward line. Scotty West will take the mark. West plays on now. He's got Johnson further afield, and Brad Johnson.
Guido.
Giansanacusa. And he will have a shot. 45 out. This to make the margin 7 points. A thriller at Shell Stadium is unfolding.
Very highly skilled, Jared, this young fella. Both sides of the body. Very good.
He's had a more important kick for the Western Bulldogs in his career, Doug.
I tell you what, the pressure's on the young fella, isn't it, really?
Probably only had 50 kicks for the Dogs.
Yep, and then a kick today yet, the young fella.
He's kicked 2 goals in his career.
Oh, brilliant.
It's a lovely kick for goal, and he's kicked it. Guido, you're the king of the Western area for the moment.
Well, now it's up to the Geelong Footy Club. We've been barracking for the Dogs. Sandy, we've got them back in the game. Now we want the Cats to come back. We want a real cliffhanger because they've been few and far between this season. Geelong won a real close one last week. Let's see how they go now. Bulldogs coming from the ground.
Great kick by the young fella, Guido. Beautiful play.
7 points the margin. As we go back to the centre, plenty of tension in the air, especially in the respective boxes of the two coaches. Out of the middle, all important. Nathan Brown, geez, played a game and a half. Up to the half-forward line. Stolen. An opportunity now. Hudson to the half-forward line. Into the pocket.
Oh, Mark.
Johnson plays on. Away from Scarlett. This is to make 1 point. And he's done it.
What a goal. Well, that was one of the goals of the year, Sandy, because it took a magnificent mark. Good work by Hudson, but go back to Brown in the middle of the ground. He got the ball out. He went straight through a couple of Cats.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this was a magnificent kick, but
The mark.
it had to be turned into a grab with a one-hander, and then he backed himself in fact, did Brad Johnson, and the forward structure set up from the ploughman has borne fruit.
3 goals to Brad Johnson, and it's 1 point the difference, and it's Liberatore who sends the Dogs into attack again. G and Syracuse applies a tackle on Sanderson, but he gets his kick taken by Murphy. Can the Cats reply? Clark comes through the centre now. They've got to find something extra special up towards half forward. Murphy's there. The teenager picks it up on the half back line.
In trouble this time.
Milburn gives it away to Smith. He's gone. The kid's gone. And Milburn will take it on the right half-forward flank.
Young Murphy should have let Rowan Smith come through and grab that ball. Then a bad mistake by Murphy.
Spot on. And then should have gone to the boundary.
Yep, no doubt.
Geelong led by 47 points at the 17-minute mark of the second quarter. Since then, the Dogs have kicked 10 of the last 12 goals.
Is the wind just dropping out a little bit, Aussie?
Yeah, look, it's pretty, as you can see with the flags, they're pretty dead, so there's not much breeze here at all now.
Probably means the rain's on the way, Oz.
Oh, I'm not going to touch that one, Sandy. I'm not going to touch it. I've been predicting it all day.
From 50 metres, going into the square, across the face of goal. Smashed over the line for one behind, conceded.
Floods in Colac, evidently, Sandy.
Now, Sandy, I think we mentioned here the reason why the Western Bulldogs are wearing the black armbands. Their number 1 ticket holder, female ticket holder, Sue Alberti's daughter passed away on Thursday. So our condolences from Western Bulldogs go to Sue Alberti and her family.
My word, Doug. 2 points the margin. Time at the moment, not a factor. There's just under 10 minutes remaining. Scholl to half forward.
Well done.
West, after it was smashed away by Curley. Eagleton's been good, provides a bit of run.
Got the numbers.
Floating little punt kick now. Hang on.
He's played a throw against Scotty West. Thought it was quick.
It was quick, wasn't it, Jared? It was quick.
It's coming back. It will be kicked from directly in front by Spriggs.
What a turnaround. Because the
far out.
Bulldogs had them in.
The distance is too far for him, however. He's got players scampering everywhere in the forward line. He's kicking from 55 metres. It will go into the pocket. Big pack of players there, taken over the line, and we've got a throw in the left forward pocket.
Just 12 minutes gone in this quarter. Gary Hocking off the ground. Let's have a look at the throw. Sometimes his hands are, well, geez.
He had the hand
The
closed,
umpire
didn't
was
he?
in
He had the hand
perfect
closed.
position.
Yeah, he was. We better have another look at that one at some stage.
Certainly, G. In the meantime, play will go on. Spriggs will have another shot. Around the body he goes. Curley sees it over the line. I wonder, could this situation be tailor-made for David Minch, playing his 150th game. He's on the sidelines now, still waiting to come on.
Does his fist hit the footy?
Well, that's a similar angle. You can't tell.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from here, boys, but the umpire was in a perfect position to see what Scotty West did do.
Umpire Sheen, it was Brian Sheen.
Darcy taken out of it. That's a strong mark.
Gary Hocking's a bloke I'd like to see back on the ground, Sandy. He can kick the goal, and if it's going to be nice and crowded in their forward line, he's the man I'd like down there.
Graham takes a good mark. And Kahan's kick. This went over centre wing. Oh, he's got a player wide. He can use him in Milburn. Oh, thought about going on. Now goes back. Scotty West on the mark. Hahn drops back to try and pick up any loose players. He's going to have to go here because Houlihan sneaks clear. And Mark's just on the right half forward.
Just two players forward to the centre, Brad Johnson and Matthew Scarlett in the goal square.
8 minutes remaining. 3 points the margin. The run of the Dogs for the moment has stopped. Liberatore flicks it out well. Back to the half back line. It's marked by Murphy.
He's just got to hold it now to wait till he gets some options forward.
Well, he's going wide to the outer side and he's not wasting any time at all. Put pressure on his teammate once again. Slapped out the back door. This could give them a little bit of time and space, but only for a moment. That was Gian Syracuse who went to ground. Murphy comes away once again from halfback. He's got more time this time. He's got Robbins on right half forward. Robbins has got hit theirs. Bounce all your way to goal. One bounce, two bounce. He's inside 50. Steadies, shoots towards goal. This to put the Dogs in front, and he's done it. The Bulldogs have hit the front for the first time in this game, and it was the young boys that did it, starting with Murphy.
Yeah, good vision there by Murphy. Looked up, he saw Robbins on his own. I think as Jared said, have a bounce, son. He had 2 or 3 bounces, and the good thing about Robbins is improving his game. He just balanced up, steadied that last couple of strides, and that is an absolute ripper goal by Matty Robbins. Very, very good.
And Bomber Thompson really needs to find someone, Sandy. He's got to have one of his leaders stand up here now. They just can't throw away a 47-point lead at home.
From the middle again, it's Hahn who gets a hurried kick for the Dogs up towards the half-forward line, and Sanderson is beaten, and Gian Syracuse is a young man who is standing up. Go, Guido, go is the catch cry in the western suburbs. He finds Brown. If he's not the best man on the ground, I'll go he. Brown between centre wing and left half forward.
You're he, Sandy.
Yeah, you'd probably say Scotty West. And I wouldn't argue with you either. They've both been fantastic. Speak of the devil, there he is. Scotty West centering it into half forward. Blind kick. No, that's not a vote getter, that one, Jared.
No.
Houlihan might make him pay. Riccardi will go into Kingsley. Mooney's limping from the ground. A Mensch is about to go on. Kingsley to the half forward line. White. The diving Mitchell White takes it. Graham drops back inside 50. Can he find him? He's looking for him. He's got him. Oh.
Jeez, he's got long arms.
Has he? What? Scotty West kick. Not sure at this stage of the game to go back deep to centre half forward. You're better off going to the goal square on that occasion. One mistake he's made, Scotty West, down to 33 possessions.
Well, we said one of the senior players.
2 mistakes.
No one better than Ben Graham, the captain. He's done it just on the 3/4 time siren. He's taken 15 marks in this game, Sandy.
15 grabs.
15 grabs. It'll be his biggest return ever.
And this is one of the biggest kicks of his day. This to regain the lead for the Cats.
They like it. They like it.
No.
Oh, but not enough.
Oh dear, what tension. Still time not a factor. Under 6 minutes. What a thriller. To think that Geelong led by 47 points at the 17-minute mark of the second quarter. Is it time to call Buddha back?
In the square, yep.
The kick back in. Mensch comes over the top. He wants 4 points. He wants to celebrate his 150th game. Gilby can't sneak out the back door. Murphy can, however. Off he goes to West again.
Just
West is wide to Brown. There the two. West and Brown. And away goes Nathan Brown. Bouncing his way around the left half forward flank. Mensch has shepherded out of it. Brown goes further forward. The kick dropped short, and it's taken by McGrath. McGrath will give it to Scholl. Scholl's got Clark loose if he wants him. He elects to go short to Kilpatrick, and he marks it half.
They've got to charge back into defence now, the Bulldogs. It was a costly turnover.
It's gone.
Got the chance. Look at this desperation as that ball is locked up. Spriggs tries to get it out. He goes a second time and does so to Murphy. Murphy gets underneath a drop punt. It's high towards the half-forward line. Takes mark number 16. Oh, this game now has got everything.
He's inspired. He's leading this side magnificently.
Riccardi kicked an inspiring goal earlier in the day. Can he kick another one now from 48 metres? He misses to the left.
Kilpatrick off. Ling having his final fling. Here's the 16th grab. That is a corker. She's young Murphy lucky he just snuck it from underneath it. Couple of uncharacteristic skill errors, Doug, going into the forward line from the dog.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
There's their training.
The Dogs by 1 point.
Plenty of time, Sandy, left.
Plenty of time.
Yep.
4 3/4 minutes. Kick back into play. Okay.
Luke Penny coming off the ground. He's done a pretty fair job for a youngster, but Ben Graham has just been too experienced for him.
Curley copped a nasty one earlier in the day. Left the ground. Looked to have a shoulder problem. But he's back and fighting it out to the bitter end. He goes towards centre wing. Darcy's a big flyer.
Oh,
look at Liberatore. Look at that tackle. Almost high on Houlihan. But the umpire will come in and take charge. 4 minutes remaining. Throw in on centre wing. 1 point the difference. You couldn't ask for any better finish. Eagleton. Hand pass Australia. He just slipped Liberatore at the bottom. West gets another hurried kick. Only goes 10 or 15 metres. Mench is locked up by Brown. West and Brown absolutely everywhere. And it will force a ball up on the outer side. 3 3/4 minutes. And 1 point the difference. Buddha still on the sideline. He would be absolutely aching to get out on that ground.
Well, you'd back him in, Buddha. You'd back him in now. He's got 4 minutes of play remaining to produce a match-winning goal.
Like letting loose a caged lion. He goes down to the forward line to Todd Curley. And the play at the moment is on the outer wing.
Jeez, it's dark here, Sandy.
It's going to rain, I think.
You've been speaking to Aussie.
Oh, well done, Roberts.
Gian Syracusa off the ground towards Brown. Now he just flicked that round the body deliberately, said the umpire, and it was. And I think Nathan knows it was. He was just trying to gain valuable meterage. Instead, he's turned it over to Scarlett, who's marked on the half-back line.
He's got to move it quickly now, the Cats. Can't muck around with it.
Well, we've got a spare here in Sanderson.
He didn't see him. He didn't see him, and he went to the outer side, and it's going to be Croft.
Got Hudson loose.
Under 3 minutes left.
Hudson's the man.
1 point the difference. Hudson is the man. Good call, G.
Good grab.
And he's 55 out. He's too far out.
Just got to take their time now. One goal.
He is kicking with the breeze.
No need to rush. They're in front. They get a goal. They could just about wrap it up. No hurry in this situation for any player.
Surely too far, Jerry, from there.
Sure, but
I think he's going to be kicking from 55. He does have this breeze with him. He's gone for the pass. Grant's an absolute gem to Chris Grant. He's taken the mark 25 metres out.
One of the hardest things in footy is just to wait. Be patient. You want to get it on. You think your adrenaline's running. The natural feeling is to move it on. There was nothing on offer for some 45 seconds there, and yet he held and players evacuated. Got some space for Chris Grant, and he was good enough to deliver.
Smart players can do that, Jared. Intelligent footballers can wait and hold the ball, and Paul Hudson certainly fits in that category. Not long to go here.
Smart option too, Hawk. There was quite a few players making leads across the ground, but you don't want to turn the ball over at this stage.
Well, Chris Grant knows how big a kick this one is.
Hasn't kicked a goal to date. He kicked 6 last week. He kicked 5 in a memorable second quarter. All that pales into insignificance compared to this one. Grant kicking for goal. Going to be very close. It's very, very close. He's kicked the goal. Now that is one of the best goals you'll ever see. That is just magic.
Well, there was an article in the Herald Sun, as we said at the start of the day, Sandy, about why there'd been a doubt about whether this bloke was a real champion. And I think one of the reasons alluded to in the paper was that sometimes he'd miss goals he had to kick. Well, that is one of the greatest goals he's ever kicked in his career, Sandals.
While they're still talking about it, a magnificent captain's goal from Chris Grant. And they look as though they could be home now as Darcy holds it up and gets a kick down to the half-forward line, but there's no one there. It's taken by Scholl. Is this the last thrust with a minute and a half remaining? There's still time for Geelong if they're good enough. Over the back of the pack it goes. Here's the opportunity now for Harley. He goes in towards the pocket, but it's smothered magnificently, and there'll be a throw-in on the outer side. 7 points the margin. 1 minute and 21 seconds remaining.
Been good, Lindsay Gilby, and he's done lots of football, but done some very, very intelligent things so far today.
Gilby, Gian Siracusa, players lesser known, have really come to the fore. Here's Liberatore, round the body. Scholl's dropped back once again, but he gets a cruel bounce. It opens up for Hudson. He looks towards Johnson. It may just stay in. No, it won't. It's out on the full. And a frustrated Brad Johnson goes back on the mark as seconds tick away, and Houlihan takes it from half back. He's away now. Houlihan looks to the half-forward line. Chopped off by Liberatore. He got a hand to it. Dogs have got the numbers. It's Gilby again. Up to Robbins. Robbins has been very good. You can put him with those young players as well. Up to half-forward. West is lurking. West is loose. West is free. And he's going for goal. And he's going to put a nail in the cat's coffin. Well, what a finish. What a finish.
Well, I'll tell you what, I thought he'd lost the spring, the old man from the Western Oval, the Whitten Oval, Doug Hawkins, but he was pretty excited there, Sandy.
Well, this has been some comeback.
Oh, it's a great play here by the Bulldogs, really, to get back into the game. They were gone. We all thought they were gone. Brownie dropped an easy mark here, Nathan Brown. But this man has absolutely been brilliant. 4-time best and fairest winner. He's a class act, Scotty West. Great goal.
Just to put it in perspective, this is a 60-point turnaround since midway during the second quarter. This could shatter Mark Thompson. 37 seconds remaining. Still at the bottom of the pack is Scotty West. He was taken high, but they play on. Scholl is clear for the Cats, but it's all over now. The bird has flown, or should we say the dog has taken control. It's kicked long in towards goal, and
that's through.
That's through. A little too late. 13 seconds left. Terry Wallace on the boundary line. He can't believe this.
Well, there's a lot of people here can't believe it, Sandy. It was a great goal from Brad Scholl, setting it up. And finally it was Ken Kingsley, one of the few kicks that he's had today. He's had a lot of time on the bench. He's kicked a big goal, but Terry Wallace knows this is one of the best victories that he has coached. They have come from nowhere. They've come from a position where they were down and out. He's thrown the side around. He's no doubt appealed to their champion status, and they have delivered. Unfortunately, in the other box, Bomber Thompson will just be lamenting what could have been here today.
Shattered, I would suggest. Brown. There it is. An incredible come-from-behind victory to Terry Wallace. Here he is with Aussie.
Wow, what an amazing win. How's that feel?
Oh, look, it was fantastic. When we got to half-time, he was 3 goals behind, and they're kicking with what was probably about a 4-goal breeze. We sort of just tried to clog it up to give ourselves a chance at three-quarter time. I thought the guys, the third quarter was really the one that won it for us. Just the way that they held sway and really sort of just played to a plan that we put in instead of half-time. I thought they were magnificent in that third quarter, and they got the result, obviously, that they deserved.
What about some of those young kids? Murphy, Gian Siracusa, and also Gilby. I thought they were terrific today.
Well, it's fantastic for the future of the club, and you put a bit of speed and a little bit of responsibility into those guys. And people have been waiting for them at our club for a long while to come through, and I mean, I just sort of said to them, be patient. They're there. They just take a bit of time, and now they're starting to bear the fruits.
Well, I'm sure you want to be with the boys. Thanks, player.
Thanks, brother.
Well, that's just a wonderful victory, and I'm sure the Dogs will be celebrating for some time. Here he is with his players, Terry Wallace, and they'll probably be celebrating on their manpower night, though.
Yeah, big manpower night tomorrow night, Sandy, for the boys down at the locker room down at Colonial Stadium. Tickets out the door, women only, thanks.
Well, there was a manpower night. Aussie's still down there in the thick of things. I'm sure he'll find someone else to talk to, but this is a thrilling win, a 7-point win, and spare a thought for Geelong, who 17 minutes into the second quarter led by 47 points. Aussie, who have you got?
I've got Nathan Brown. Geez, Brownie, yourself and Scotty West had your own footy out there today. 40-odd points down early in the game. How's that feel?
Well, mate, it doesn't feel too good to be 40 points down, but when you have these wins, I mean, it sets up the rest of your season. We've got a break now next week. We don't play next week, so we'll have a rest, and we've got Carlton and Essendon after that, so we've got to have our minds right on the job for those two teams.
Obviously, a lot happens in a game of football, but what turned it around, do you think, in that second half?
Well, I think we just decided to go man on man. We weren't manning up early. They were winning the loose balls out of the contest, they were winning the scrimmages, and then we really got hard-nosed after the break and really got stuck into it. And blokes like Westy and Libba were fantastic at that.
Well, yourself too, terrific, mate. Enjoy the win, well done.
Very much,
Wonderful game from Nathan Brown. 22 kicks, 4 hand passes and 7 marks. Who else did you like today, Jared?
Well, other than West, I thought was sensational. I like Tony Liberatore's game. I thought he was very, very good in and under. He got them going. Matthew Croft, not a lot of possessions, just 13, but he had a brilliant third quarter. Nathan Eagleton gave them some run. And Brad Johnson, he had a very quiet day, but he did just give them that little bit of the last quarter. And, of course, a couple of the kids, Doug, were pretty impressive.
Yeah, they certainly were, no doubt about that, Jared. And Luke Penny didn't have a real big game for his standards. He's been very good the last 3 or 4 weeks, but Lindsay Gilby's been very good. Now for the Cats, well, Justin Murphy had 27 touches, but Ben Graham, the skipper, had 17 kicks, 2 handballs and 16 marks.
Let's go to Aussie once again. I think he's got Chris Grant with him.
Okay, yeah, sorry, he just had to walk off.
Good interview, Oz.
Yeah, that's all right.
He's presenting.
Must be a cup
presented
here.
with a cup,
Yeah.
yep.
Well, at one stage, if you thought Chris Grant was going to be holding that cup aloft, you would have almost been certified, because they were looking right down the barrel. But they have managed to steal the points. Chris Grant, 11 kicks.
There he goes.
2 hand passes, 6 marks. Oz, let's have another crack at the skipper.
Yeah, Granny, thanks for that. What a win. I just beaten to Nathan Brown. All those points down, most of us thought, well, you know, on a day like today, you know, it'd be fair to say it could have almost have been over. You just hung in there. How are you feeling?
Oh, ecstatic now, Oz, to tell you the truth. You know, look, at quarter time, we were really disappointed with the way we started, because we had a game plan. We just totally didn't do it whatsoever. And the guys were very disappointed. No doubt the player was disappointed, but the players were equally disappointed. And I think just the way they've come back, it took us 3 quarters to get there, but we finally get there. We basically knew it was going to be a quarter thing. We weren't going to be in front at half time. We just had to slowly chip away at the score, and, you know, obviously in the last 5 minutes we got them.
A kick in it, deep in the pocket, deep in that last quarter. You just slotted a terrific goal. What was going through your mind during that kick?
Oh, I knew that obviously we were already up by 1 or a point or so, and I knew that was it was going to be probably the last half a minute or a minute. As it turned out, it was, and I obviously just went back and bloody thing went through, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Terrific, Granny. Well done.
Thanks, mate.
Chris Grant speaking with the Rain Man, Richard Osborne. Still not raining, Oz, so you've got through unscathed today. And he gives us the thumbs up as he follows Chris Grant down into the Dogs' rooms, and I'm sure they will be jubilant. They've now got the break, and it's was so important coming in at 6-5 to hang on with those other sides that are really jostling for positions 5, 6, 7 and 8, Doug.
Certainly, no doubt about that, Sandy. They played Carlton, the Western Bulldogs, in round 13. So that'd be a huge game for the Doggies. And the Cats' next game got Sydney.
Here's the team from the mighty West has taken the points in an absolute thriller. The Bulldogs by 7 points.